Hello everyone, welcome to the third part, basically, if you include the overview, the third part of this tutorial series. So I'm assuming the voice is better than the last video. There were some issues with the voice suppression. I was trying to suppress the background and it suppressed it a bit too much. So this time around it should be a better quality for audio. So in this one, what I'm going to do first, so I'm going to make creases here for the glass. So the first thing I'm going to do is select this part, and then I'm gonna select this part here, Alt Shift right left click, and then I'm gonna do E. So press let me just get the right area. Press E to extrude, and then right click, center it, then S, and then Y, S, and then Y, and then what is going on here? Sorry, S and then X, and then scale it in a bit. Yeah, this should be right. This is 0.5. That's a good number anyway. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press right click with all the areas selected on both sides. It's extruded towards the center, so scale it a bit. Anyways, so the next thing I'm going to do is extrude individual faces, and what I want to do is bring it inside a bit. I think it's doing too much. Not extrude individual faces, sorry. Extrude faces along normal. And what I want is just a tiny bit, so that it's doing it at minus 0.1. So let's just type in minus 0.05. Okay, let's see if it's Alt D, see if it's inside the thing anyway. So I think it is inside the whole structure. Why is it a bit bendy there? It shouldn't be, but for some reason it is. Were there some issues? Okay, so that's the issue. So for example, these all areas have face. Oh, anyways, it doesn't. It matters, I think. So Control Z, select, deselect everything. So now I'm at the back of front, like the start of this video. H. So what happened was I extruded it downwards, but unlike these sides, which have a basic, let me check. I don't know, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Alt H, bring everything back, save it. So go into the face selection, select everything here, Alt Shift select, E, right select, S, F, so you have about 0.05 meters here, and then E again, right click, extrude faces along normal, minus 0.05. Whoa. Okay, minus 0.05. But why did it bring it out then? Oh, it's double minus, that's the issue. Minus 0.05. Once again, it's doing double minus for some reason, as you can see here. What's going on here? Just do it again. That I've got now 3 minuses, so yeah, this is why it's happening. Alt Z, let's see, everything's inside. Just keep it like that. Alt Z again. Okay, so we have the creases for the sides done. Now I want to do creases for this side, so I'm going to do it as Alt right left click here, do virtually basically the same thing here, E and then S. It should be Y. Okay, that's the issue. Now let's just select it again. Can I do insert? The insert is working pretty fine, so what I can do is insert is 0.05 or 0.01 2 3 2. Let's just insert is 0.025. okay, so now I have this sort of shape. It's gonna result in something similar to that, but I'll just did that one that way and this one this way. The reason I'm doing it this way is because for that one there was nothing on the, because this one goes along the y-axis over that side. That one only, like for this one, moves on this one as well. So if I scale it on the x, it's not gonna scale in this direction. I would have to select these ones separately and then do it. But for that one, that was not an issue. It was only on this side. This one goes along there as well. So anyways, now I've offset it, insert it. Now I'm going to press E, right click. Sorry, now I need to extrude it along the normal, inside towards the inside. So extrude faces along normal. Okay. So just make it so that it doesn't crash with the previous one. So that is about it, I think. Minus 0.02. Let's just do a minus 0.02. Minus 0.02. I think this is good enough. This is what it looks like right now. Yeah, that's it. I think it's fine. I think I've got it right. Okay, I think the one I'm making this time around is way better than the previous one because it's more uniform. It's more solid. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, so now I've got the creases done. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of this. Okay, Shift D, right click, and then P, separate by selection. So now I've got the, basically this is going to be the mirror part. So let's just glass, let's just call it glass. If I scale it, so the next thing I want to do is, with the glass selected, I want to scale it so that it's inside the crease. So let's just go into the side view. I'm gonna disable the edge view, edge display, what it's called, edge length, so that I can see better. Side view. So but if I scale it down, so as you can see there's like a it's like a different, I don't know. Anyways, I need to scale it not on the, just on the, I think just, so scale it, then 0.9. I think that's enough. No, that's too much. So what I need to do is scale it on the X and scale it on the, sorry, scale it on the Y and scale it on the Z. I'm making a mess. So scale it on the X axis and scale it on the Y axis, not on the Z axis, because that would mess up the whole thing. So press S, Y, let's just put 0.95, 0.99, let's just do it. Okay, 0.99 on the Y axis, and then press S, and then press S, 0.5, 0.8, let's just do 0.8 on the Y, on the X axis. So this is what it looks like right now. It's not, as you can see, is if you were to select both of them, Control Alt D, so you can tell. Let me go back into the, so this is the top area and this is the glass. So the glass is just inside, it's just inside it. That's what I wanted. So I've got that now. Remember, it was the zero, forgot the scaling, so let's just control Z to go back. I think so. Now change it to glass, do the same thing I think here. Alt Z to get off X-ray mode, select this part, Alt left click to get the whole thing, Shift D, right click, P, separate by selection. Let's just call this one side glass, and then select this one and this one, and then Control J, join them together. No, sorry, get off edit mode first. This one and this one, Control J. Let's just rename it to side glass. Okay, now let's just scale it first. So go into edit mode, select everything. Now I'm going to show you something. So these two are selected, so if I scale them, oh, they are individually scaling. So SX and then 0.8, and then on the Y axis we need to scale them SY 0.95, 0.98, let's just do 0.98. So both of these are scaled in that manner. Now let's just go out of edit mode and hide this part, so we have only these two now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two faces. So Alt left click and then press F, Alt left click here, press F, same thing here, F, left click, press F. So now I have this. So if I bring everything back, this is what it looks like. Is the mirror covering the whole area? Yes. Okay, so the next thing, let's just hide this, go into edit mode, face selection, select the inner parts like this, Shift D, right click, P, separate by selection. I just call this one glass as well. Go out of edit mode, select the glass part. Now how would you scale this part? Select everything, because if I scale it, it messes up the proportions. If I was to scale it on the x-axis a bit and on the y-axis a bit, I think SF 0.8, sorry, 0.999. I think that is fine. Because it's all connected, so this is to be, the other ones were easier because they were separate. Now this one is connected, and these, so what I can do, I guess, if I was to take these two, so if I was to select everything, shift select, deselect these two, and then scale them, where would it scale to? So it's scaling along their own axis now, right? So if I was to scale only on the x and the y, well, I have to scale on the other x. Okay. You don't have to. Oh, you don't have to scale on the on the x-axis. Sy 0.895. Okay. Let me see what it looks like right now. Does it look bad? No, it looks worse. Let's just do something. Select these two, separate by selection. Let's just call it something like glass bottom or something. Anyways, go back to these two now. Sorry. class. So if I select this one, now if I scale it, it's still behaving well because it's not connected. So if I was to scale, let's see, pivot point is individual origins, median point, how would it scale then? Yeah. Why? You see, the issue is this taking that scaling from there. I don't want that. So if I was to scale it now, I don't know. Now it's doing it that way. But we don't want that. Basically, what I want is it for. Why did the other ones work so easily? If I was to go back until the glasses are joined together, there's no. Okay, so now why were these ones, the side glasses, so easier to manipulate? I think because they were joined here instead of like across. I don't know. So let's select these classes. So hide everything, hide this one, not that one. Okay, so let's select the class here. Let's select the whole loop, the inner one. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. The outer one. If I scale it, it scales towards the origin. If I select everything, you know what? If I inset it, let's say 0.01, 001. Let's just do it. Let's hide this. Let's just keep it like that. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Anyways, but because of this part, the faces, if I select the loop like that, if I select the whole loop, selected, if I press F to make face, it makes a weird looking face because it, as you can see, it's bending here. So what I need to do is select this one, press F, select this one. So let's just do the inner one first. This one and this one, press F. This one, press F, and then select these four. Well, I'm going to show you what I'm trying to make. These four, select these four, press F. So now if I select this edge, press F, 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 and F. I have the front part done. Now select this part, F, 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 F. This part is done as well. So I've done the inner parts. So now it's turn for the outer one. So select this one, F, this one, F. Now select this part, F, 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 F. This edge, Yes. Okay. So now this is the front glass. Let's call it front glass. Okay. So now if I bring everything back, this is what it looks like right now. So this part of the modeling is done. So looks pretty, I think. Now let me test it out a bit. So what I'm going to do is select the, let's just add a material. Let's call this one glass principal BDSF, glass BDSF, and then add the glass over here as well. Go into render engine, EV to cycles, add a light. I'll just get a light, area light GZ, bring it up, increase power to let's say 1000, and then go into render view. Just bring this back GY or X, because yeah, it's not that good because I can't see anything. And it's because the, let me check the glass values and the material to decrease the roughness. Yeah, I can see it through now, so yeah, it's working alright, I think. But the reason I'm checking is because I believe because I doubled there, so where the glass intersects with the mesh of the top part, there might be a weird looking area there, but anyways, let's just ignore it. I don't think it's visible anyway. So okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna make is, let's hide the glass. You know what, I'm gonna keep the front glass, hide the side one. Let's just hide the front glass as well for the time being. Hide this. Okay, so what I'm gonna make is at the center of, I'm gonna join these two faces, dissolve these two faces, dissolve faces, and then what I'm gonna try and do, can I dissolve this vertex? No. So what I'm trying to do is get to the center of the area and then make a circle there and extrude it out. So you don't remember that, like the pillar thing that was in the other render. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, sorry, cancel it. Into this one, render images. So this thing, now what I'm going to do next is make this one. So yeah, back sharp counter to, okay, so go into the face selection. What should I do? Subdivide, but it's not going to work because these vertices, this one, what I can do is join these two. Let me enable the edges. Edge length, so let me select this one, 0.1 meters. So this one and this one, let's just subdivide and bring this one G Y 0.1. So now I have the same length here, same length here. This one and this one, subdivide GY, control shift. Okay, so now select this one and this one and then press J. So now I have, so now I can, yep. Wait, one more thing I can do to make it easier, life easier for me, would be to select this one and subdivide, it puts it at the center. This one, subdivide, puts it at the center. This one, subdivide. Sorry, not subdivide, J. So now I have these two faces, so I'm just gonna subdivide these two to make these four, then select these four, subdivide, select these four, subdivide, just do it twice. So now go to top view. What I'm gonna do is 4 and 4. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, but it should be from the center, so these 4. Wait, if I use loop to circle, that makes it a bit weird, bit of a weird circle. So not, let's just control Z, go back, select these 4 and subdivide. Let me make a circle from here. It'll probably look bad. Looks bad. Subdivide once and then make a circle. Best fit. Let's just take the radius off. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. Let's just disable the edge view. It's intersecting in some parts, and that's why I'm a bit concerned. If I can bring it in. Yeah, this one looks alright. Okay, so go into front view, press 1 to go into front view, and what I'm gonna bring back is the, let's just see, side glass, and then press 3 to go into side view. And then if I E and up, so I want it to reach the maximum height without, so roughly around here. So as you can see, after it starts bending, and that's gonna make some issues for the, yeah, let's just keep it here. Okay, so there's going to be trays like this. Okay, so I have the structure now. This is what it looks like. Okay, so go into edit mode. Let's just hide the glass now because we don't need it. Okay, so I'm going to make 3 trays. So controller loop cut 1 2 3. So these are going to be the center of the trays, and then for each one I will need to add 2 loop cuts here. Let's just, and then GZ. Let's just make it uniform then, innit? So 0.02. So this length is 0.02. Of GZ shift 0.02. GZ 0.02, I believe, yeah. GZ 0.02. Okay, so now I have this part done. So what I'm gonna do is, let me check if I can make good shape. Anyway, so press E, scale it out, press S, right click, press S, and then if you go into front view you can say GZ. So make something like that. What I'm thinking of is too small, so select this GZ, bring it 1 more unit down, GZ, bring it 1 more unit up, GZ, bring 1 unit down, GZ, 1 unit up, GZ, 1 unit down, GZ, 1 unit up. So now I have this one. Let's scale it, E to extrude, right click to center it, and then scale it out about here, and then GZ to make something like this. So it looks like a, I don't know how to explain it. So it looks like a cover for the things that it's going to hold these the trays together. So let me go back and then do it properly. So E, right click, scale it about how much is that? 3 times, right? Scale it 3, then GZ 0.01. E, scale it at 3, GZ 0.01. Okay, so what's gonna happen now is, yep, doo. Looks alright. Anyways, do the same thing here. Okay, I'll be honest, I didn't research anything about how a shop display looks. I'll just from the ones I've seen at the shop, nothing else. And this is how I imagine a cake shop would display its products. So that's why I'm making it this way, and I'm not referencing anything anyway. So GZ. So once again, I'm going to explain what I'm doing. Extrude it, press S on the selected ones, press S, and then 3 GZ, and then drag it up so that's 0.01 meters at the top left. You can see distance 0.01 meter along global Z. Okay, so I've got this part done. So the next part is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these faces. They might evaluate control plus, not control minus. I should have done it before, but I made a mistake there. Then so select all these faces. So make sure only those are selected. Right click dissolve faces. So now I have this circular object. So what I'm going to do is GZ, just drag it a tiny bit, like 1 unit down, and then E, bring it up, and then merge vertices at center. This is what it looks like now. Maybe you could add a loop cut here. Sorry, that looks a bit weird. Anyways, no, it doesn't look that weird. So if I was to smoother, whatever, yeah, if I was to add a subdivision surface, it's gonna mess everything up, but yeah, that's what it looks like now. So maybe I'll separate this and then subdivide only this part. But anyways, so that's that done. Now select this, go into edit view. Now select this loop. Okay, so that this loop is the only one selected. And go into front view, and then press F3. Cursor to selected. Okay, so now it's gonna center it right in the middle of the circle that I selected. Now what I need to do is Shift A, add a cube, press S to scale it down so that it's okay. So I can scale it on the y-axis. Let us scale it about here. How much is that? Let's just scale it 3 times on like unit 3, and then scale it on the x-axis. Scale it about here. That's 17 times. So now I can scale it on the z-axis so that it sits right in the middle. Okay. So it sits under the top blade, whatever you like to call it, and above the bottom one. So this is basically what the tray is going to be. So let's just separate it by selection. Let's just call this one tray to keep it more organized. So this is the first tray. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to model the tray a bit so that it looks better. So in the previous one I had way more space. I think it was only, so this one's gonna hold, no, that one had 3 trays as well. But I don't know, for some reason that one had more space. Maybe there were smaller gaps between the trays. But anyways, what I'm trying to do is, okay, so that, bring it there, and then GX 1 unit, 0.1 meters. Same thing over this side, bring it all the way there, GX 0.1 meters along this one, and then this loop cut, GY, I think that's too much. So that was 0.1, so I'm going to do 0.05. Okay, gy, bring it there, minus 0.05. Okay, so now I have these faces, top ones. Let's just select all these, go into front view and then extrude them up a bit. So that is basically, how much is that? That's 0.02. So let's just double these. So this is what it looks like now. Tray. It's not touching the tray, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now I've got the tray. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the plate now, because that is going to be useful. Or maybe I'll make the plate later. First, let's just duplicate the trays. Okay. Shift. So it's about 2 boxes from there now. So, sorry. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes from the bottom. From this intersection is 1, 2 boxes. G, D, and then Z. It's roughly here, I think. Yep. And then Shift D and then Z. Okay. Okay, so I've done it properly now. So I've got the trays. And next thing I'm going to do is make some. So this is what. Let's Alt H. Hide the lights maybe. No, let's bring everything back. And then let's see how it renders. Up the light a bit. Let's just bring it to, let's say, 3000. I think there's an issue with the glass itself. The glass material is not working properly, maybe. Material of the glass. Preview. This is what it looks like right now. If I was to choose the okay, 0.35 value, it's giving a better. I'm not sure what that value does, but it's making it's. I guess it's more about how it distorts the light. So diffraction, maybe. I believe. I'm not sure. 100%. Anyways, so this is what it looks like right now. I think we're just gonna save it. I think it looks alright. I'm gonna mess with the values later on. So this video has gone on for 37 minutes now, 38 now. So I'm gonna finish this one here, and in the next one I'm gonna model the plates, and then after modeling the plates I'm gonna model the back of this glass and maybe the bottom part as well. So the next one might be the last modeling one, and after which will come texturing. So yeah, see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.